Now, when you're hacking around, you don't want them auditing what you're doing. So we're going to use a built-in tool called Auditpol. It's a command line tool. And we're going to compare what we do in the command line to what shows up in the GUI, because very often you'll have a command prompt but not a GUI, and so you want to be able to, by command prompt, turn off auditing. So for example, we'll type Auditpol, and then we will get all of the audit categories. We'll see what they are, and then we will set a category, the system auditing, and we'll turn on audit account logon, success enable, and we'll just go back and forth and check failure enable. We'll turn some things on and off in the GUI, and then we'll view all of the auditing. Then we'll go ahead and clear the log, and we'll view again. So we'll just go back and forth because we don't want people to see what we're doing. So we want to turn off auditing. So let's start with just by looking at the audit policy. So if you click Start in Server 2016 and you go to Server Manager, if it's not open already, you can go to Tools when Server Manager loads. You might have to give it a moment. Go to Tools and you'll see the Local Security Policy. So Server Manager Tools, Local Security Policy. Click that. And then in the Security Settings, go to the Account Policies, expand that. The Local Policies, and then click Audit Policy. And you'll see your audit policy. And everything that you're auditing will show up in the security log of Event Viewer. So you've got account logon events. Those are logons, whether they are local or remote. You've got account management, people managing user accounts, like adding users or changing their passwords. Directory service access, if you are a domain controller, people getting into Active Directory. Logon events are local. You actually sit at the console. You sit at that machine and log on. Object access, people getting into files, folders, printers. Policy change, somebody is changing policy itself. Privilege use, somebody is using administrative privilege. Process tracking, which is something that developers use to see what their processes are doing. And system events are mostly shutdowns and restarts. At the moment, Server 2016 has some settings. You may have different settings from these. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to just set some settings right now. Let's go to Account Management. We'll double click it and we'll turn on Success or Failure. So, and if you need to understand more, you can click Explain and it explains what the setting is all about. So we're turning on Success and Failure, click OK. So if anyone tries to manage accounts, that goes in the account, security log of Event Viewer. And maybe policy change. Let's open that. If somebody fails to change policy, click OK. So we've set some settings. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open a command prompt in System or Administrator Privilege. So I'm going to click Start here, and I'm going to just type command. You can't just go to Most Used. Watch out, because when you go to Most Used and you try to right-click Command Prompt, there is no Run as Administrator. So just down here from Start, just type Command, and let it come up, and right-click and Run as Administrator. Okay, so just comparing that to what we're going to type, I just want to bring this up here so you can kind of see. So we're going to start typing, and we're going to start by typing Auditpol. Press Enter. And Auditpol has levels of commands. So when we just press Auditpol, it shows like the first level. We can get or set or list or backup or restore or clear or remove. So let's get. That's Auditpol. Let's get. And then after this /question mark, what's available? Oh, of course you have to type properly, not Auditpol, Auditpol /get /question mark. So under get, what are the subcommands? Enter. So we could get user, we could get subcategory, we could get option, we could get some other user, we could get category. So let's just get category. And we can put, since we put in strings in here, we could use an asterisk, a wildcard. Let's Auditpol get, and then category, hope it's not case sensitive, colon, asterisk. Give me all of them. Okay. So I have, when I look at the policy here, and I'm just going to expand this and move this over so we can compare to the GUI. Because of course the command line and the GUI are not separate systems, they're just two tools that point to the same thing. So we can see security system extension, a bunch of no auditing, and when we go down here, we've got failures for policy change, which is indeed what we set, and we have success and failure for account management, which is indeed what we set. Okay, so that's great. So what you see in the GUI is reflected in what you see in the command prompt and vice versa. All right, with that in mind, and knowing that that's true, we could set our own policy. Now, if we go over here, let's say we wanted to set the category system policy, account logon, success enable for people who log on. So let's just move this over so we can see what we're doing. Let's just move this over here, and we'll just know that it's success : enable. So let's set Auditpol set category system, or as open quote, close quote, comma, account, and I believe it was account logon, right? So account logon success enable. So account logon, close quote, success enable. And let's make sure that that is what we said. Okay, so let's press enter if we didn't mistype anything. It's successfully executed. We can go over to the GUI and we'll have to refresh our view probably. So if we click away, let's see if this will refresh automatically. Didn't refresh automatically. Let's see if we can right click one of these things and just reload. Let's reload. And let's go to the audit policy. And so yes, account logon, success. All right. So we've set something. We used Auditpol to set. And we could have added failure enable too. So okay. So let's up arrow, clicking in here, and let's just add also failure : enable as well. Enter. And so let's see. Did we do this right? Success : enable, failure : enable. Says that it doesn't like what we put in here. Oh, parameter is incorrect. So, we have to say slash. Let's up arrow here. So it's slash failure, not just failure. Okay, so slash failure. And I even have it in our commands here, but I took my eye off the ball. Enter. Okay. And so if we can up arrow and we can look at the get commands and press enter, and we can see that we have success and failure for account logon, success and failure for account management, and then just success and failure for the system, just the right here, the security system extension, system integrity, got some of that. So as we look, we have various settings here. And if we look over here and we just reload again so it refreshes the view and go to the audit policies so we can see stuff that we've set. All right, now it's time to clear. So here we are hacking away and we want to turn off audit policies so that they don't audit what we're doing. So let's Auditpol. Let's clear and then yes. So we're not prompted because sometimes you only have one shot at typing. It's not necessarily interactive when you're hacking. So press enter and good. And if we Auditpol get category : everybody, enter, no auditing set at all. We can see it's off. And when we go back to the GUI and we right click system settings and we reload and we go to the audit policy, it's all off. And that is how we can manage the audit policy and turn it off when we are hacking.